He is Shane Laughlin Black, the Internet's original stunt writer.
Now get back to the stands before I shave off half your mustache and shove it up your left nostril.
All the talking in the world is not going to add up to what could be accomplished far more easily with a demonstration. And so what I'd like to do in a series of videos is show you my websites. Now, I have a network of websites. I have a studio site, I have a bookstore, I have my flagship site, I have the Lady Star site, I have Jumpline, I have the Librarytron, and so forth. There's a lot going on these websites. A lot going on. And because of that, it's very difficult to say to somebody, hey, why don't you go check out my website? Because that's like telling somebody, hey, why don't you go check out Chicago? You know, it's like, this is kind of a large place. Where do you start? What do you do? And this is something that we've had a lot of requests for over the course of, the last months and years, is that when somebody shows up new to our book series, they don't know where to start. I mean, and to be fair, if you present somebody with 27 books, they're going to be overwhelmed and probably not going to know what to do. And so what we have to do is make it easy to figure out where to start and then how to progress through everything we have to offer. And we have quite a bit to offer. So what we did is we said, sending out links is a problem because you click a link, it opens in a web view, it breaks the payment system, it breaks the bookstore, it breaks this, it breaks that, buttons don't show up, links don't work, cookies don't work, logins don't work. It's a nightmare. So we said, we got to stop with the links. Sending somebody a link to our website guarantees they're going to end up in a web view and they're not going to be able to navigate anywhere. So we created the site I'm going to show you today, which is called Jumpline. Now, Jumpline started out as an RSS feed aggregation service, and to be fair, it still is that. We are going to incorporate RSS feeds into our future publishing plans. RSS stands for Real Simple Syndication. It's a way for website A to automatically update website V on a regular basis, using a standard protocol. Sounds pretty interesting, doesn't it? Well, you'll be interested to know that every single social media site that you visit is using a form of RSS. They just don't always publish everything in the feed. They only publish the stuff that they think people are going to click on. RSS allows you to publish everything in the feed. So whatever gets published shows up in the feed, and then the user decides what they want to click on instead of being encouraged, or in some cases, told what to click on. But for the time being, Jumpline is a keyword gateway. And what does that mean? If you type a keyword into the box here that says enter your keyword, and you hit the big green jump button, and this works on mobile and PC, it takes you to the post or the information or the video or whatever linked to that keyword. It's a way to get to specific locations on the network without having to worry about complicated links. We also don't need a link shortener. Because, this is the ultimate link shortener. We can, take a 70-character URL and cram it down into a 6-letter word, and you're there. And the website does all the work for you. The other good thing about this system is that Jumpline is a site that you can bookmark, and it can also be updated on a regular basis, kind of like an RSS feed, but only a one-entry RSS feed, where you can type in the word today and you get the latest update, whatever was posted today. And that's very useful if you're keeping track of a serialized story, because you could just come to the site every day, hit today, hit the button, and if there's a new story chapter, you're all set. It's right there in front of you. And this is going to work for both written chapters and audio chapters, because there's nothing stopping me from linking to a video. And there's, same thing as if I link to a text post, or I can have a text post with a video embedded in it. By the way, one thing I do want to point out about the videos, you remember the videos, right? We used to have videos long ago, in the days when there were videos. Okay, well, there's still videos. I can still make videos. I can still make a lot of videos. But you know what's great about my videos that you're not going to find anywhere else is that the videos that are posted on my site don't have any breaks, no interruptions, no commercials. You don't have to hit the skip button. You don't have to do any of that stuff. They play right through. You could just hit the video and let it play, and everything will be fine, right? That's exactly how it ought to be, don't you think? Right? And the other good news is you don't have to pay a subscription to get uninterrupted videos here. So, you know what? If I wanted to put a half-hour audiobook excerpt up here on my channel, you could play the half-hour audiobook excerpt, and it would play the whole 30 minutes without a single break. What do you think of that? It's kind of nice when you own the website. Just think of all the things we could accomplish. So you get to the Jumpline main page, and you've got your enter your keyword box and your jump button, and you've got instructions under the jump button that will tell you what's going on. We're doing an Argent giveaway, so if you type Argent into the box, you're going to be able to get your free book download. But what you do is you go into the main box, you type the word today, and then you just click on the big jump button. And Jumpline will take you directly to whatever today's update is, which today, or actually yesterday, was the update for Last Charge of the Defiant. This is Action Faction Blast 7, sponsored by Wolverine.
Wolverines!
If you're enjoying the Action Faction chapters lately, you have Wolverine to thank, because he's making almost all of them possible. We are $15 away, as you can see here, from getting to our next book sent to schools. And then below that is today's chapter. And this is roughly 1,000 words that are going to be a continuation of what's happening in this book, Last Charge of the Defiant, which is available both as a standalone pre-order right now and as part of the Advanced Starship Tactics series. Down here, you have our Action Faction buttons. So if you click one of these buttons, it will take you to our payment processor. You could start at $1. This is not a subscription. You start at $1 and you say, I like the chapter. It's a value for value model. If you enjoyed the chapter, support us. You can pay any amount you want. So you can do $1, you can do $2.
Didn't ask for a dime. $2.
You can do $5, $10, whatever you like. And every time we get to $50 in total contributions, we send a book to a school. And yesterday morning, the paperback edition of Secret of the Witch Wand became available. So now we've got the hardcover and the paperback for Secret of the Witch Wand, which we can send either one to any school in the country. We do that every time we reach $50 in total contributions. So it's a milestone. Every time we hit $50, we contribute a book, and then the clock resets and we start at zero and work our way towards $50 again. And this is a way to support literacy, support reading skills, and provide you guys with serialized stories that you can access anytime you like. You can, at some point in the future, you'll be able to either listen to them or read them. Mobile, PC, doesn't make any difference. And the best part is, when you access these sites and you access our payment processor and you access all of the other things on our network, you're not going to be trapped in a web view. You're not going to have any security issues with web views. You're not going to have any broken browser situations where you got disappearing buttons and payment systems that don't work and so on. You're not going to have any of those problems because you're going to go to your browser, you type jumpline.click in the address bar, and once you reach the site, just bookmark it. That way you can always come back, you can always type today, hit the button, and whatever today's update is, that's what you can get to. Today is not going to be the only keyword we use, however. We will be, if you're on the newsletter, we'll be sending you different keywords that might link to someplace else. Like if we do a video, we might have a video that's different from today's chapter update. So we'll have a separate keyword for that. Type the keyword into the box, go straight to the video. And again, videos on my site, there's no interruptions. I might occasionally put an interstitial in there about what book this chapter came from, but you're not going to have your audiobook get interrupted every 4 minutes, right? You're going to have, you can just sit back, relax, and enjoy the story. And isn't that really the way it should be? I mean, isn't that kind of an upgrade from the world we were used to? I think so. That, ladies and gentlemen, is Jumpline. Now, Jumpline is my newest website. This is the newest web property that we have. Our oldest web property is ladystar.net, which I will present in a future video. Ladystar.net is now, will turn 25 this year. So we have a website that is old enough to run for Congress, which I think is quite an accomplishment. So that's how Jumpline works. Stay tuned for the next video because there's a lot of stuff on this network that it's very likely that you've never seen. And I want to show you how all of it works. Until next time, black out.
Shane Lachlan Black,